Let's hook into what you've got at Kembla Grange today, and we'll go through them runner by runner. And the first you've got in Flanders, one of several you've got today for James Cummings, and this one was a trial winner.
Yeah, look, it's drawn a lovely gate. It's weighted quite well. It's runs last prep. On paper, it looks to be the best horse in the race, but there's a lot of first starters in this race, so it's always a bit of a query. You don't know what you're going to be running into, but I think I'm on the right horse for this race. On form, it looks to be the winner, but like I said, a first starter might come out and it could be the next big thing. You never know. So look, it should get through the ground. Obviously, it's a heavy track. They haven't scratched it, so it gives me a bit of confidence.
Okay, on to the second, where we've got a horse with good New Zealand connections as well. Sacred Sweet goes round in the Go Racing colours for a New Zealand ownership team, and Chris Waller trains. Just tell us about your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, how's your luck? You get a scratching from Cummings and pick one up for Waller. So,
yeah.
No, look, first starter. It's had a couple of trials, nice enough trials. Its last trial, it comes out of the same trial as my first ride. So if it wins, then it should give you a bit of confidence for the second one. But no, look, obviously it should handle the track if Waller's elected to run. Same thing, it's drawn quite well.
Yeah,
it'll receive every chance. Probably be looking for a touch further in time. I'm not sure. But yeah, look, it's drawn a lovely gate. Its trials have been great. So.
Okay, let's move you on to the third Chabanate again for James Cummings. This one, just a bit of a tricky barrier draw out there in 11.
Yeah, it's probably a positive today. With Kembla on a wet track, we generally come from to the centre to the outside.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a nice draw. Off its form, it looks to probably improve as it steps up in distance. It's had a couple of runs before it won, over a bit of a trip, and then stretched out over to a mile. So look, it's first up. It did run well first up last prep. With a heavy track, it might make it probably a 14, not a 12. So
yeah,
no, look, it's a nice ride.
Okay, yeah, you can leave the colours on for the next Camp Rifle. Another one sort of bringing that Sydney form as well. Comes from Warwick Farm last time out.
Definitely. It's it's an open race. It should be rock hard fit. It's had 3 solid runs this prep. So it's drawn the number 1 gate, which I've drawn the number 1 gate a few times today, which on a good day is probably a positive. Today is probably a negative.
Yeah.
But, the riders will be trying to come out there. So I reckon I won't have any issues trying to find a nice part of the track.
Okay, you spoke about your relationship with John Thompson. You ride one for him in race 5, Wild Impact. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to riding this mare. I had a lot to do with her as a 2-year-old when I was at John's. So, Look, she's an out-and-out stayer. From memory, without looking at her form, she won first up over a mile at Newcastle. So, look, she gets to the right trip today. She's had a couple of runs under her belt. She's drawn a touch awkward.
Yeah.
But, look, if she begins well, I think the speed math has us in the first 4. But I just spoke to John. He just wants her comfortable travelling on the bridle. So, look, with a bit of even luck, we'll get into a nice spot. She'll be strong late. This is her trip.
Okay, yeah, another one for John in race 6, Lando Bay, and you do finish with a couple of barrier ones too.
Yeah, like I said, on a good day, you'd be looking forward to barrier 1. But look, John just filled me with a lot of confidence in that phone call I just had with him. He said he's a really nice horse. He's been gelded. Jay McRody, Gosford, they thought he would just win, and he was a colt, and he said just geld him. So he wasn't concentrating or giving his best efforts at that stage. So he's been gelded. He's had a spell. John said his trials have been really well. His work's been a winner. So I wouldn't persuade you away from him today.
Okay, and in the last Montserrat again for James Cummings.
Yeah, I think one of my best rides. He's got a lug 62 on a heavy track, but he's afforded that weight because he's earned it. I think he's a classy runner. I think you'll probably see him back in the metropolitan area after this.
Okay, well, great to chat to you, Blake, today. Best of luck. What do you think's the pick of your rides?
I think race 1 and race 7.
Okay, locking your chances on both of those. So Montserrat in the last of the 7, and race 1 in Flanders, both for James Cummings. So Blaike McDougall, introduced into our Kiwi audience. Best of luck today.
Thanks very much for having me on, guys.